Alright guys, day 12. Today we're going to work on some lower body and we will get right into it. Some weight would be great just to have something to use. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a dumbbell or kettlebell or barbell or anything like that, but if you have any weight that you can carry for these couple of these, it'll be great. As well, glute bands, so the little bands that are flat, they're about 8 inches wide. If they're flat, those are okay as well for this, so I'll show you that. But we'll start with a few things here for the warm-up, just a couple things. So let's do a figure 4 for the glutes and hips. So we're going to cross this leg over the other, left over right, right over left, whatever. So it's going to be above the knee. Get your hands behind that knee, sit back, pull it back to us. That knee towards your chest, stretching the hip on the other side, and release a little bit. Come back in, stretching again, and release one more time. And we're going to flip and do the other side as well. Just above that knee, about a 5-second stretch. And again. And one more. Alright, and then we're going to get to our feet. Nice wide stance, feet are forward. We're going to squat down to one side, stretching that inside of the other leg. So squat down, stay up nice and tall. And other side, stretch the other leg in just a couple seconds. And the other side. So we'll do 5 each way. Once we do our 5 each way, we're going to move into the workout here. So first thing we're going to start with, like I said, this one you can use, or we can use bands. So this is the one primarily that'll be effective. So if you're going to bring those bands up, bring it above your knees. This will add a little extra resistance here. But with this one, we're going to get into, kind of like a half squat. So you don't want to squat all the way down. About a half squat. So your butt's back, chest is up, shoulders back. And we're going to walk to the side, staying low, keeping our feet forward. And walk about 3 steps to the side. And come back. So we'll call that 1. It's 1 lap. And we'll go back out the other side. Alright, and so with these, let's go 8 times back and forth. So this is that 3rd time. For me, keeping your toes pointed forward. As you may notice, people's toes are going to have a tendency to turn out. The reason for this is the body will be trying to compensate and use some of the muscles on the front of your leg, so turning the front in the direction of the movement, and thereby your toe doing it. So we want to not do that. We want to use our glutes more, the muscles on the outside of our hips. So we keep our toes forward and move laterally, move to the side. Like I said, 8 times back and forth, staying low. 3 steps. And then from here, we're going to go move into something a little more explosive, try to get some explosiveness in here. So this could be something you could do, box jumps if you had that availability in your house. What I'm going to do is squat jumps. And if you have issues with landing, then we're just going to take that actual leaving the floor part out of it, and you're just going to come up onto your toes. So what I want is we're going to squat down, explode up, and land back down in the bottom of that squat. So what you're going to do if you're not jumping is just mimic that, up on your toes and back down. Hands up on your toes, and down onto your heels. In from the side, just like this. We're going to do 8 of these. So if you've done more than that, you go ahead and rest. But this is just really good to get that heart rate elevated, get some of that explosiveness that isn't necessarily going to be naturally happening otherwise. Next, we're going into some balance. This one's single leg deadlift. So I'm just going to have this nearby. You could have the wall to your side to support you here. We're going to do a single leg, kind of a lean. But as we do this, you balance on one leg. I'm going to start with my one leg a little bit offset, just kind of up on my tippy toe in the back, ready to slide back and elevate. Shoulders are back, chest is forward, and I'm going to just hinge right here in the hips, driving my leg back as my chest falls forward. Again, keeping my shoulders back. Like I said, if you're worried about losing your balance and falling down, you can have a chair nearby or a wall to your side and just lightly have your hand grabbing that. We're only going to do 6 each side here. Just give me good ones here, so it might take a little longer. And the same rate that our chest drops forward, that back leg lifts up. So it's kind of like they're one piece, just rotating on that fulcrum, which is our hips. And our hips are trying to stay level. You're going to have a tendency to want to lift that side of the hip up that is not planted. We want to try to fight that, and that'll force the planted hip side of the hip to work a little harder. Those muscles, again, stabilizing on the outside of the glutes. And 6 each side. Knees slightly bent. We don't want to be perfectly locked out. What I like to think of, and I'm doing this barefoot, I like balance exercise in bare feet, is grabbing the floor with my big toe all the way to my pinky toe, getting the whole foot involved. Finding a visual point to focus on, kind of in front of you. Like, just give me the good ones here. You got something you're falling over, and if you're just like barely catching yourself before you fall on the floor, that one's not so good. So throw that one away and count the next one. So you can go ahead and kind of reset the video at this point if I'm moving on without you. But what we're going to move to next is just going to be some side lunges. This is going to be very similar to what we started with the warm-up. Although here you can add in some weight if you're comfortable. If not, just do a body weight. That's good too. What we're going to do is a side lunge, step to the side, squatting down on one leg and keeping one leg straight. And just holding some weight here. Doing a goblet side lunge. So this weight is just making contact with my chest. And I just have it there to add a little extra resistance. I'm going to do 8 on this leg and 8 going the other way. Again, keeping our feet forward. We don't want to turn out too much. Keeping those heels down. Yep, send that hip back. Go into that squat on one leg. Other leg straight, getting a little bit of a stretch. All right. So go ahead and finish those up. 8 each side. Like I said, if you can do body weight or add weight. So starting with the lateral walk. So we're walking to the side, 3 steps to the left, 3 steps to the right. That's 1 lap. Give me 8 laps. From there, we're going into the explosiveness, the squat jump or the squat to your toes. That one we're going to do 8 of as well. That's the heart rate elevator there. Then we're going to move into balance, single leg deadlift or hinging like that. And last thing is that side lunge. So 6 each side with that single leg deadlift balance move, and then 8 with the each side with the lunges. All right, so we're working with 6s and 8s. Let's go through 4 times. So that's 3 more times. And all right, good luck. Any questions? Let me know. Comment below. Thank you guys.